it's time to talk with our new partner on the show. We've got Randy Addington on the line, and owner of HydroJet walk-in tubs. Randy, on the line with us?
I am.
Well, I'm glad this thing's working. I'm telling you, a lot of things in here are not working this morning, and I'm glad you're on the line with us. Glad you're going to talk with us. Happy to have you as part of the radio show. You know, folks, we have partners as part of the radio show, and we vet them pretty heavily. And I always believe in working with people that, you know, were true and honest, and integrity is what they're all about. And I'm happy to say Randy is all of that and more. And Randy, let's talk a little bit about you. You know, we've got a pretty long segment here, and we're going to split it up with a little bit of commercials. But let's talk a little bit about you, you know, your background, and talk about the product.
Okay. I'm born and raised in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Grew up over on the west side of Fort Worth, and been married to a wonderful lady for nearly 30 years. Have 2 kids, and 6 grandchildren. And my background was corporate America first, and then got into the construction business about 20 years ago, and we've been doing that ever since.
Now, you said 3 kids now there. We got another kid somewhere?
It's 2.
Let's talk about this product. You know, when I was looking at the statistics, and I know you and I have talked about the statistics on this, the amount of people that fall in the bathroom is darn near 100%. You know, and as you get older, it becomes a real problem. And it's generally stepping, you know, in and out of the shower, the bathtub. And, you know, you really actually are very concerned. You know, the heart of the matter of this is that you're really concerned about those people, and that you're providing a really good product for them. And the way you do business passes along significant savings, you know, to the consumer. So let's talk about the product.
Okay. Well, several years ago, I lost a couple of parents in the same year, and with a lot of working with nursing homes and rehab facilities and things like that, I noticed a lot of people were slipping and falling in bathrooms and never going back home, losing their independence completely. And so as I started to research the product for walk-in tubs, I found that there was just a lot of companies out there that did things that I just didn't agree with, and I thought there was a better way. So we have a product that, first of all, is a frameless design. By having no frame, it allows for the lowest step in the industry. So our step is 1 to 2 inches to step in. We don't have a warehouse full of product that has all the bells and whistles on it, so we have to charge more for it and sell you what you don't want or don't need. We let you pick what you want. We also don't mark up any of the accessories or the installation or the shipping. So there's no incentive for us to sell you more bells and whistles, and we don't have commissioned salespeople, and we don't have any buy today gimmicks. So if you want to pay us for our tub today, tomorrow it's going to be the same price. Plus, we are made in America. We have a certified check mark on our product that it's certified made in America, and we give a lifetime warranty on every component. So we think, hands down, we're the best product on the market.
Yeah, I would have to say so. I mean, all of these things that you said, it's kind of a no-brainer for folks. And by the way, you know, everybody, we're talking with Randy Addington, owner of HydroJet Walk-In Tub Company. The website, HydroJetWalkInTubs.com, HydroJetWalkInTubs.com, and of course, 855-980-8827 is the phone number. Yeah, and you'd be surprised at some of these walk-in tubs out there that, you know, the point of the walk-in tub is to be able to get into it and get out of it easily, but some of them have these really high steps, and it kind of defeats the purpose. You know, well, with yours, it truly is, you know, what it's designed to be, so you can get in and get out of it safely.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Made in USA, that is hard to beat. No commission, sales staff. You know, folks, a lot of these products out there, and if you compare, you know, Randy's product to some of the others out there, there are a lot of bells and whistles out there. which allow the competition to, mark up their product significantly. And of course, if you want all those bells and whistles, well, of course you're going to pay for them, but of course, you know how the market is, things will be marketed up additionally, and that's like why we like to work with folks like, Kevin of Ideal Floors and, our Permapeer Foundation guys, is because they're, true, honest, and full of integrity. And same with Randy. I love this product. And let's also talk about, I know there's a program for veterans, and I think this is really big. I mean, obviously here in DFW, we have a lot of veterans in the area, and Texas is, we ship all of our guys, it seems like, overseas. And so I think this is a product, and particularly with this program that you have for veterans, could be really beneficial, because hydrotherapy is extremely beneficial, particularly with, when the veterans come back with a lot of injuries. I know a good buddy of mine, he's in constant pain, with different issues that he's experienced, his back, his side. He still has some shrapnel in him that they can't get to. This might actually be a great product for him, hydrotherapy. Talk a little bit about that program for veterans.
Okay. Well, I've got a real heart for veterans because I'm a veteran myself, and there aren't a lot of programs out there that help veterans. But in the walk-in tub industry, there's a grant that veterans can get. It's called a HISA grant, HISA. That stands for Home Improvement Structural Alteration, and it's a $6,800 grant. It takes about 6 months to get approval because there's a lot of paperwork and stuff and hoops you got to jump through and that sort of thing. But a lot of companies don't want to deal with veterans on that because they're dealing with a commission salesperson that wants a commission today, doesn't want to wait 6 months. So we've got a real heart for those people. And what we will do is we will handle the paperwork. We'll walk you through, hold your hand through the whole process. And if it takes 6 months, if it takes 5 months, if it takes 8 months, we'll do whatever we need. And once we get that approval, you'll have a $6,800 grant. You don't have to ever pay that back. That's yours because you have veteran status. So we'll help you through that and help you get a tub in your home.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. I mean, I think there's a lot of companies out there in the competition that, they may be aware of it, but they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to mess with it, and it just goes to the fact that you really do care about your customers and that you're willing to help walk them through it. And of course, anything dealing with the government is going to take time. There's red tape, but you, don't have any issues with that. And, you do care about the customer and you're willing to go through that entire process. And that's pretty amazing.
That's right. And, the way we look at it is for the first month that you're doing it, yeah, it's going to be 6 months out. But when you continually are helping 4 or 5 veterans a week or 4 or 5 veterans a month, 6 months from now, you're putting in 4 or 5 tubs that you wouldn't have been putting in if you hadn't helped those veterans. And it's a win-win for both people. Yeah,
absolutely. And honestly, when a lot of folks, reach a certain age, family start to become concerned. And a huge part of, why maybe family often says, let's look at somewhere like Del Boca Vista, to use an old Seinfeldism. A huge part of it is the worry of, falling in the bathtub, falling in the bathroom. And so this product really can stave that off and allow people to feel more comfortable staying in their own home, and maybe allow their family who's extremely concerned about them, especially if they're alone at that age, at that time in their life, maybe being more comfortable with them staying at home alone, maybe giving some of that freedom back, if you will, because it really is one of the big reasons why folks decide, okay, I'm gonna downsize, and not just downsize in home, but they might downsize to a senior living community. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. One of the main concerns for seniors is they don't want to give up their independence. They want to be able to stay in their home. And the two number one reasons that people go to a skilled nursing facility are their hygiene issues. They're no longer able to take care of themselves, clean themselves, or a slip or fall in a bathroom. Our tub will help to alleviate both of those issues and keep their independence. And because of our price point on our tub, if you ended up slipping and falling and going to a nursing home, your first 20 days are covered by Medicare, and 21 through 100, you have a $100 copay. You paid for my tub just in the copay period of being in a nursing home. So it's a real benefit to people to know that I can stay in my home, I can keep my independence, keep my dignity, I can get in and out of a tub with ease, and it's good for the loved ones too, knowing that their parent or their loved one is in a safe environment, because bathrooms are where most of your slip and falls occur.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to talk a little bit more about, the folks that do have disabilities and that, are still living, in their home with their spouse, maybe even at a younger age, not necessarily elderly. We're going to talk a little bit more about that and how that impacts them as well. We're going to take a short break, folks. Hey, it's Inside Sports, Entertainment, Real Estate. It's Mike Kruziniga. We'll be back in a second.